okay. We're here with Jonathan Owens.
The spice.
The spice.
We got some spice.
We got some spice for you guys.
In the kitchen.
So, we flew out to Golden Phoenix's Cardfight event, and Owens has been telling me for a year and a half. He comes in the group chat one day, a year and a half, and he said, I've been up for 3 days. I have the spiciest Bermuda list in the entire world. I could go to any BCS and get first place. This is what he said. He said, I will go to any BCS and get first place. And he's been saying this for a year and a half straight. And
no, I said it recently with the update.
So, I mean, there's no BCSs, unfortunately, but we came to an event and he took first place. So, he went undefeated the entire day. What do you have to say about it? Like, what did you see? Like, there were some names here. So, what do you think?
I mean, yeah, going into the event, it was pretty stacked. You know, you had Crow, you had Andrew Condrick, you had a lot of like the Northern Florida players, a lot of names there as well. Marshall. Going into the event, like I chose to play Highlander. I had Fenrir as well, but I had tested Highlander for almost like over a year, with with its original conception with the Grade 4s, and then recently with this set, Twinkle Melody, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna take it to the next level. So thanks to this card right here. This card is so free. I guess we'll just get into the profile.
Let's get into it then. Let's get into it.
So we'll start with grade 0s. So we're playing the just generic draw 1 starter. Also a Shiriatsu, you can add this to your hand. And then we're playing a Kari as a 1-of. So you can search her off of this. We went over this in the last video. So if you haven't seen the first video, please go back and watch it because it has more in-depth combos and it'll make more sense. So triggers, 8 of the premium crits. Crits win games. And we have 1 GB2 crit. Super spice right here. Sometimes you can call it off Shandy and just nuke people. Even with processors, you can double the power. It just won't gain the crit, but they already have the crit. So it does stuff. We got 4 heals, heals, yeah. 1 draw PG. Draw PGs, 1 draw as well. So I tried to play 3 normal unit PGs. I feel like I wasn't always searching, the 4th of them. I was like prioritizing other cards. So the draw PG made more sense. Also, hitting it in damage is just good because it helps us survive early aggression. And then 1 stand trigger, still limited to 1 stupid card.
Definitely
stupid.
Go on
to grade 1s. So this card came out of the new set. It honestly boosted the deck so much, its consistency. So on place, you're going to reveal 7, and if everything is a different normal unit name, then you get to add 1 of those cards to your hand and send 1 to the deck. So this just fishes out like your Qtiris, a Troy's if you're going first, any combo piece really, anything you need in a situation. It's extremely good, and you can also bounce it if we can't find Qtiri. Playing 1 Pro Sister, honestly, this card carried me this weekend. There's so many games, like important games, that I was winning using Alk with these cards, and it's just way too good, especially, if you're riding up and you're able to access them. Say you have 1 in your hand, you have a Qtiri, you can grab the other one and just kind of push people to the edge and they lose their resources and they can't fight back. Playing 1 grade 1 Shizuku, I really didn't use this very much this weekend, but it's a very helpful card. It's gonna thin your deck. Check top 5 for a grade 3. Worst case scenario, you Shandy and you don't find Qtiri, you get an extra check with this. It kind of gets you 1 step closer. Playing 1 Sedna, generic, top 5 for grade 3, good card. Playing 3 normal unit PGs. We're playing this one specifically because it has Choo Choo in its name. So when we go on the stride, it's going to gain a power bonus if we have to attack with it, worst case. This is going to build you soul, and this has harmony in its name, which is very important. Playing 1 Honolulu, just to stop shenanigans. You can call it out mid-battle. We can search it mid-battle off of Qtiri. Just there for matchups like Genesis sometimes and other stuff that attacks a lot. Playing 1 Steza, it's going to send grade 3s into your deck. What if you damage a Qtiri, you damage an Anj, you're able to send it back if you have this card. 1 Aina, super important combo piece. A lot of people ask me, that I've shared the list with, like, hey, like, what does this do? Maybe they're not familiar with Bermuda. This enables so many combos with Alk. So you can give this the harmony ability and then bounce it back into your hand and kind of just go off on a lot of plays with this. And then 1 Pumo, she just calls a card out when she guards. So you call Qtiris in your opponent's turn. You can call Liselet's, whatever you need to do. So grade 2s are playing, 1 Spica for the multi-attack. Just really good card. 1 Liselet, limited to once per turn, but it's fine. She's there to help our multi-attacks and just a build board for free. Grade 2 G-Guard. We can search it off of this. Absolutely insane. 1 Shiriatsu. Originally, I wasn't playing this card. I opted to play it because we have the V-Series starter. So when you ride into her or you call her, you can get a free counter charge and this added to your hand. So I feel like the draw and the quick shield was more beneficial than a top 5 check, especially if you're getting damage denied. One of the other Pro Sister, self-explanatory. One Shandy grade 2. Card's really good. There's a lot of times where we put our whole entire board into Harmony, and then we get a draw 2 off of her, so we kind of just like refund our costs. She also gains power, and then she has the Harmony ability, so it's important for, you know, big stride Shandy turns. We're playing 2 Aqua. So the reason we're playing 2 is when we find this card, we're literally always going to declare Aqua. It just makes sense, right? So then you can play it, you bounce it, you draw 1, you ditch 1, and now you're in true Highlander, basically. So we play 2 just to buff the consistency. Use a free card. Say we damage 1, cool, we still have the other one, we grab it, and then you go to Akari next to it. Basically just extends your pluses. And then 1 Choo Choo Ranfa, same thing, we use it for the Choo Choo name on the restand play. And then usually we ride like the grade 4 Nezuko, which I'll show you later. And then we can stack like 2 force markers and a protect 2 sometimes on this the circle, and then we just kind of restand with it. So in grade 3s, we have 2 Qtiri, absolutely busted card, favorite card out of the set. So she says when you play her, you reveal cards off the top of your deck until you declare a normal unit, and then you reveal until you either find that normal unit and hit a duplicate. If you hit a duplicate, it fails completely. However, if you do not hit a duplicate, you're going to be able to add the card that you declared to your hand. So a lot of this deck is using this card to just make really, really free pluses, to grab whatever you want out of your deck. You know, Tutor PGs, Grade 2 G Guard, Pearl Sisters. We can do this multiple times a turn. We can do this on, you know, your opponent's turn, and you're also just compressing your deck. So you're just kind of thinning out, you know, all your pieces, and then just hitting a lot of triggers on drive checks. So really good card. Playing one of each Anj. So I actually went into this like maybe twice this weekend. It wasn't terrible. You know, say you open like a Lisalet or, you know, a Qtiri, it's really strong because you're getting free cards. You can kind of just build a board for free with this riding up, bounce everything to your hand, and then call something out of your deck. And then, of course, we have Anj. She's here for our Tachi matchups, our Chaos matchups, which actually clutched me. I played Tachi's the last round in Swiss, and I 2-0'd just because of this card. Being able to reset sweeper boards, you know, unlock your cards, and then you're also just plussing super hard off of it. Next, we're playing 1 Nina and 1 Lucille. So these are just GB2 support cards. We play this because it has Harmony, and it's going to enable your skills. And we play this for the 5/5/5 spread that it can give. It also has Choo Choo in its name, so it's good for the restand place. We have the 1 Troyes, 1 Riviere. I went into this so many times this weekend. There's so many games where, you know, I had Qtiri by the time I was at grade 3. You know, maybe I drew it or I searched off of the grade 1 Betty. And then I was able to literally, you know, ride or call Qtiri, grab Troyes, and then just run over my opponent. Either push them to 5 with like no hand, or I actually, you know, I think I ended maybe 2 games today actually, just off of this combo alone. Playing 1 Lupina. Didn't go into her at all. I've tested with her though, I don't think she's bad. She's for riding up. You get a check top 7 and call a normal unit and then gain a force marker. So she kind of just accelerates your win con, and then you can also call something, you know, like a Qtiri. Like you hit a Qtiri, you're good to go. You can grab Aqua, you can bounce, draw ditch, and start your shenanigans very early. 1 Tira bounces cards. That's kind of why we play her. She also has the restand ability. Choo Choo name as well, helps with your Tira plays. Then we have one of this new card right here, Gerlind. Really, really good card. I find myself riding her a lot. And she's going to check top 7. If everything has different names, then you can call 2 of those cards. So one game I literally called Pearl Sisters off of it. It felt really, really good. But even if not, you know, she thins 2 normal units out of your deck. She kind of gets you some board presence or some pieces on board so you can focus on searching for other key pieces in the deck with Qtiri. And then finally for main deck, we have our finisher of the deck, a Nezuko. So this card is absolutely insane. Almost every single one of my kill turns happen because of this card, and the reason why is when we usually stride, you know, Alk or Shandy, we're going to get a bunch of markers, right? So you're going to need 2 force markers with this card, an Excel and a Protect. So I usually go Protect 1, usually Excel 1 just for the extra beat down, and the 2 forces. Then you Ina, you send your whole board into Harmony, and then you literally just multi-attack super, super hard. So it just gives you a super strong push. A lot of the numbers in Bermuda aren't great if they're not Melody, so this card kind of helps fix that issue and gives you a lot of lines of play. So going into the G zone, we got G guards, 2-handed hand Leona. This is going to pick up a card from your field and you have to guard with a card out of your hand. So she's for stuff when, you know, your stuff's getting attacked, important pieces, maybe you shandy a PG onto the board and you have to pick it up. Stuff like that really. We're playing 1 of Sandy. She's just there to get big since we always have like 20 million cards in our hand. She's just basically a PG. And then 2 Citron. So we can call Qtiri out on our opponent's turn with this card. There's a lot of times where, like, you know, say I'm low on hand, I got hit a lot harder than expected. I can, you know, play this, call Kutiri, declare Anj, grab Anj out of my deck, then ride it, then bounce, then draw, then use it for stride material, and basically spam all the on-place effects. So literally, I had a game, round 6, I went from 1 card in hand to 15, and ended up just decking the guy out because of it. And I was in a horrible position, but this card honestly is super clutch. Then for strides, we play 1 Riviere, self-explanatory. Just for the combo, we don't really go into her otherwise. 2 Shandy, she's your finisher. If you don't have Kutiri, you can use her to fish for her, basically. She has Harmony as well, and she actually gains crits. So there's a lot of times where I'll finish people just because she gains crits if you can set your whole board to Harmony. 4 Alk, stupid good card. If you draw your pieces, it just goes off. You can literally, if you have Pearl Sisters, or say you have like an Akari in your hand or an Aqua, and you have Kutiri, then you can literally enable Pearl Sisters like based off of your plays. You can grab them both out of your deck, activate the skill, and then these are going to multi-attack. So really strong card. Also has the 5k for every single unit when everything's in Harmony. That column's in Harmony for GB3. Then we got 3 of the Tiro Restander. I was playing 2 a little while ago. I switched it back to 3 for the more grindy matchups. Stuff that, you know, like OTT, stuff that gains a lot of protect markers. So I thought that was optimal. I think 3 is perfectly fine. Just a really good Restander. We also play a lot of the Choo-Choo names, so we can search them out off of Kutiri when we have a really good kill turn, and it's just really solid. Then finally we have a 1 GB2 Anj. There's a play, I think I showed it off in the last video, where you can basically plus like 20 cards a turn with this. So this is what I use to go from 1 card to 15 cards, and, you know, draw, gain quad drive, all that nonsense. So you can also use a GB2 crit on it, which is insane. But yeah, it's just there to basically help you get all your card advantage back, reset the board, and kind of pace from there. So that was it, guys. Thank you for watching. Subscribe if you haven't at TripleSleeveTCG. We're going to have some more awesome content out there for you guys. Thank you.